Hello, this is Zira and welcome to another video. Today we're doing another Hermitcraft season Clockwork episode. We are on episode 48, or, well, story episode 48. And we are reading chapter 4. Yeah. We'll see if we can read chapter 5, we'll see. Just depends on how long these episodes are, because I do want to at least get 10 minutes. No reason, just feels a bit more rounded. Chapter 4. What do you want? Tango demanded as he stared at the cloaked man, hearing a lock click behind him as Impulse unlocked the window quickly, opening it as the breeze entered the room from behind. Not sure that was the smartest move, YouTuber, demanded simply. One of the others could easily end up rolling here and cause a bit of chaos if they wanted to. You didn't answer my question, Tango said slowly, narrowing his eyes at the man. I have ears and eyes all over the world, the man said calmly. Some of them told me that you two would be alone today with your escorts to try to rescue your little friend. So I thought I'd pay a little visit, seeing as no one here can help you now. Tango swallowed as he looked over at his friend, seeing him nod as he pointed toward the window. He tightened the straps of his elytra wings as he turned back to the man. Did you forget that we aren't the only people here? I wouldn't risk that, the man warned as the YouTubers took a step back. You really are going to try that? Yeah, what are you going to do about it? Both asked as he raised an eyebrow. The man chuckled. You both possibly can't fit through that window at the same time. Who said that was the plan? Tango asked as he pulled out the pearl and threw it at the man. The man ducked as Tango appeared from behind and tackled the man, shouting at Impulse to get out. He watched as his friend jumped through the window and launched through the air as Tango was tossed off the man as the YouTuber scrambled to his feet and began to run for the window, jumping out just as the man tried to grab him as he launched himself into the air. Get back here, you coward! The man shouted angrily. Why don't you fly after us? You seem more than capable already. Tango teased as he looked down at the man from below as he soared towards the trees, landing safely on the branches, looking around to find his friend. His attention was redirected when he looked back at the window as the man threw a pearl as it flew into the air and landed on the ground. Below, the man looked up at him. Looks like it's just you and me now, the man mused with a cold smile as he gestured around him. Your friend has left you, and the other men are off on their way. You can't possibly escape. You can't escape fate. Impulse went to get help, the YouTuber said defiantly. Are you sure he was able to? The man chuckled. Such a long life for freedom. Surely something will drag you back down. You're trying to get under my skin, aren't you? Tango said, warily, as he pulled out his axe as the man took another roll. Am I? The man asked as he raised an eyebrow. Tango! An invisible voice shouted as he heard a yelp of surprise. Tango turned away from the man and tried to survey the area again. Just about noticing a group of particles disappeared through the trees, the man laughed. Tango's attention was redirected again, and his glass shattered as he whirled around just in time to see the man lunge at him. As Tango dodged him, swinging his axe at the man in a warning motion. You really think I didn't have a plan in mind? The man mused as Tango hopped onto another tree as the man followed him. You have a choice to make, YouTuber. Find me or find your friend. Someone's going to get hurt here today, regardless. The only one getting hurt is you, the YouTuber said with a growl. The man chuckled again. He heard another cry as he turned to see a small clearing ahead, what appeared to be a cliff face, or what appeared to be a ravine. Figures began to appear from view as he saw two of Mr. A's men dragging his friend towards the cliff, as his friend struggled to pull away. Impulse! Tango shouted, abandoning his battle with the man, as he leapt onto a tree after tree, as he finally caught up to what was going on, as he glided to the ground, running towards the men. The two men hesitated as the YouTuber ran towards him, unsure of what to do towards them. Unsure of what to do as they were mere feet from the ledge, just as Tango saw a pearl shadow right in front of him as he staggered backwards in surprise. The man chuckled as he shook his head at the YouTuber, walking over to the two men as he grabbed the hermit they were holding by the shirt collar as he was lifted off his feet. You know very well, you can't have everything you want. Don't! Tango pleaded as he charged toward the man as one of the mysterious men blocked his way. Let me through! The man chuckled again. He grabbed one of the impulse's elytra wings and pulled at it, ripping it in two as the hermit struggled, trying to kick at the man as he arrived at the ledge. Any final words? The man could see the fear in his friend's eyes as the man held him firmly above the ledge, down to the ravine below. He could see the man's... Why? You could see the man's dark eyes through the cloak as he stared at him, back to his captive. Tango didn't say a word. He couldn't. Time felt incredibly slow. You've gotten quiet now all of a sudden, the man mused, with a smile as he stared back at the struggling hermit. If I had a heart, I'd almost feel bad for doing this. No! Tango screamed as the man let him go, as his friend began to plummet downwards. Hearing him scream, and Tango ran to the ledge and jumped off after him, before the man could stop him, as he plunged down after his friend. His eyes locked as he reached out a hand, his friend doing the same as they neared certain death, before gaining speed just as he managed to catch up to him and grab his friend's outstretched hand, pulling him into a hug as he sharply changed his course slowly and gently, gliding through the ravine as he found a dry ledge to land on, a ledge that wasn't full of flowing water or deadly lava. Too close. Impulse said as he gasped breaths as he clung to his friend firmly. The YouTuber could see tears in his friend's eyes as he held on a little tighter for one moment, feeling his own heart pounding in his chest. I know, Tango repeated, looking back up as he saw the men watching below. Watching a from above. We should tunnel in. Joel surely come for us. Where to? Impulse asked as he finally let go, looking up to see the men. Anywhere where they aren't, really, Tango admitted. Finding the tunnels wouldn't be a bad move, though. Right, Tango Impulse agreed as the duo pulled out their pickaxes and headed for the wall just as they heard glass shattering from behind. Tango turned to see the three men appearing from behind as he swallowed. Go! I'll try to hold them off for as long as I can. Tango insisted to his friend as he returned the pick and retrieved his axe. So you can get yourself killed? I'm not sure I want that, Impulse admitted. Well, it's better than both of us going, he retorted as he charged at the main man, who laughed as the mysterious men lunged at him. My foot is asleep. Tango going for the swing as the man gasped in pain, being flung backwards into the ravine below, struggling against the flowing water that was dangerously nearing lava. Well, this cute, the main man replied, as Tango charged at him again. The man tossed the ender pearl over the hermit's head as Tango whirled around, just as the other man behind him tackled him. Impulse! Run! Tango shouted as he tossed the man off him, watching as the main man glanced back at him with a smile and a wave before running into the makeshift tunnel his friend had made, while hearing faint screams of pain from behind. Tango scrambled to his feet and ran after the man, hoping his friend would be able to get out fast enough. As he pressed forward, he reached for his pocket and put a hand on the communicator inside as he pressed a few buttons, not knowing if his friend had already done the same. He could hear a cry of fear down the hall as he heard the man saying something about not being able to run forever. Stay away from him, you coward! You could hear the man's laughter as he saw the end of the tunnel ahead, the man having finally caught up to his friend, who was frantically trying to dig his way up and out. As Tango pulled out a pearl, and the man said, How am I a coward when I'm not the one running away from my problems? I need more time, Impulse called out as Tango launched the pearl, hitting the man square in the back as he tackled the man onto the ground. I got him! Tango shouted as he looked up at the staircase, seeing his friend nodding for a moment as he continued to break blocks. Speaking would be really handy right now, Impulse admitted as the band tried to push Tango off. But since they were in one by one tunnel, it wasn't really easy to do. We can make do, Tango said quickly as he grunted, the man finally kicking him as he was shoved down the hallway with a groan. Tango! Impulse called from above. I'm okay! Tango hollered back as he watched the man get to his feet, as he did the same. Do it again if you try it. You know it won't be so simple, the man said as he pulled something out of his pocket. A small iron dagger. You don't scare me. Tango sneered as he threw another pearl over the man's head as he began to run up the stairs, hearing the man charging from behind. How close are we to the surface? Tango asked his friend as he made it halfway up, glancing back to see the man was still coming. Almost there, Impulse replied. We're going to have to work together since my wings are broken. Got it. Tango nodded as the Impulse broke away some dirt as the light poured in. Oh, that's good to see. Well, that's so good to see. We're not out yet, Impulse said nervously as he glanced back over his shoulder. He's coming! Tango glanced back as he climbed out of the hole, holding out a hand for his friend to take it. As he pulled him out of the grass, as he blocked the entrance. How much time do we have? Tango asked quickly. Not long, Impulse replied, as he pulled out some rockets. Let's do a double boost, for good measure. Tango smiled and nodded, taking out his own rockets, just as the dirt behind him broke, and an ender pearl flew as he grabbed his friend and pulled him away, just as the man appeared. You two won't be getting away from me this time, the man said with a cold tone. You gotta catch us first, Tango said firmly. Who said I had to? The man asked as he raised an eyebrow, just as shadows began to appear in the darkness, and more mysterious men stepped out, all holding bows and arrows aimed at the duo, ready to shoot. Tango, what do we do now? Impulse asked nervously. I don't know, Tango admitted with a frown, standing next to his friend with his axe out, ready to swing if any of the men so chose to attack him or his friend. Flying away was not an option. Not yet, at least. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah. It's been really fun to write this one. Yeah, like, the original one wasn't as crazy as this one. Yeah. And also enjoying the fact that sometimes flying away isn't always the answer to everything. So, yeah. That's fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Whenever that might be.